In a quiet village on the edge of the hills, lived an old man named Harish. He had spent his entire life toiling under the sun, working the fields from dawn to dusk. His hands were rough with the marks of labor, but his heart was gentle, filled with memories of his late wife, Sita. Harish's life revolved around his small, cozy house, built brick by brick with years of savings, and a modest chest of treasures, a few gold ornaments of Sita's and some cash for emergencies. They were not riches but symbols of a lifetime of effort and love. One fateful evening, Harish returned from his evening walk to find the chest broken open. The gold and money were gone. His heart sank, but he didn't cry out or curse his fate. Instead, he sat down in his armchair, looking at the empty chest with a soft sigh. "It's all right," he murmured to himself. "What's written in my fate, I must accept. Sita would say to trust life's flow, and so I shall. God has a plan, and everything will be fine." The thief, Ramesh, had watched Harish for weeks before committing the crime. He was a desperate man, pushed to the edge by his mother's dire need for surgery. When he stole the old man's savings, he justified it to himself, thinking it was for a noble cause, but as the days passed, Ramesh found no peace. The image of the old man's kind face haunted him. He imagined Harish discovering the theft, not with anger but with quiet acceptance. The weight of what he had done grew heavier. Ramesh's mother recovered, her surgery a success, but the guilt ate away at him. He couldn't enjoy the relief or happiness he thought the money would bring. Every night, he found himself whispering into the dark, "I'm sorry. I'll make it right." One night, unable to bear the burden any longer, Ramesh prayed for guidance. As if in answer, a sudden calm washed over him, and a thought surfaced: return what is not yours. Set things right. Weeks later, Harish woke up early one morning to the sound of a soft knock at his door. He opened it to find a small bundle on the doorstep. Inside were the gold ornaments and the exact amount of money he had lost. There was also a note, written in shaky handwriting: "I am deeply sorry for what I did. I was desperate because my mother needed surgery, and I had no other way. I used your savings to save her life, but the guilt has never left me. I have worked hard to return what I took. Please forgive me. I believe this was God's way of testing me, and I hope to make amends." Harish held the note and smiled faintly. He looked up at the rising sun and said softly, "Sita, you were right. Everything does find its way. God has his ways, and this was his message: everything will be fine." He placed the bundle inside and decided he would use the money to help others in need, just as it had unknowingly helped save a life. This story reminds us of the power of forgiveness, the weight of conscience, and the divine ways in which life works. Trusting that everything will be fine can lead us to unexpected redemption and blessings. Moral of the story: the story teaches us that forgiveness and faith in life's plan can bring peace, even in the face of adversity. It reminds us that every action carries consequences, and a guilty conscience can lead to redemption. Trusting in God's message, that everything will be fine, can guide us through even the darkest moments and inspire acts of goodness and reconciliation.